Coach Bacon said that Danielle is a strong leader who dedicates herself to her team. She's a hard-working student athlete. She's confident like her peers as team captain. She is growing into a beautiful young woman, and we wish her the best in her future endeavors. Ladies and gentlemen, Danielle Hubbard, senior Kim Johnson.
senior Riley Wilson. Riley's been measured by Mom Shelley and Bill and her siblings. Riley's favorite memories of the Friday night football games. The team sleepover at the beginning of the season. She couldn't imagine those memories with any other group of girls, and thankfully got closer to that this season. Her future plans are to attend college and study criminology and criminal justice, then becoming a part of the special victims unit. Coach Megan said that Riley is a dedicated student athlete who hates to let her teammates down. She always comes to practice with ideas to help her team be better. She's a crucial part of our routine through compete, and it's been so fun having to be a part of our team. We wish her the best in her future endeavors. Senior Riley Wilson. Now, let's meet our Warrior Boys basketball seniors. Number 0, Barry Ari's being escorted from Miss Mariana and Sister 3. Ari's favorite basketball memories the team's win over Westerville Central earlier this season. His future plans are to attend college, play football, and study business management. Coach CHRYSLER said that Barry is going to bless into our medical and local community. We can't wait to see what he accomplishes in the future. Barry is an outstanding young person that makes his teammates and classmates better on a daily basis. Senior Barry Adams. Introducing senior number 21, Ian Robinson. Ian would like to thank God, all his family, friends, and everyone that has supported and believed in him. His future plans are to attend Ohio University to pursue a degree in nursing as a certified registered nurse anesthetist. Coach CHRYSLER said that Ian is the ultimate student athlete that understands the importance of serving his team, family, and community. Ian has made a difference at Westerville North and will continue to change lives as he moves forward after high school. Ladies and gentlemen, senior number 1, Ian Robinson. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me with one more large round of applause to our class of 2024 Warriors. Dance, cheer, and boys basketball Warriors seniors. Congratulations.
Westerville North, where the Warriors try for a season sweep of their rivals from Dublin Scioto, and a live and free OCC basketball showcase that you can only find right here on the OH Report. It's the Warriors and Irish squaring off in Columbus. Coming at you next.
The The President's Day sales event is on. Shop Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Dublin to drive home with up to 20% off MSRP on a new Jeep Gladiator. Save at Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Dublin today. The better way to buy and service.
Travis Big League Berardi every other Wednesday for my Country Roads rankings, the top 5 girls and boys small school basketball squads right here in the area.
Exclusively on The Joe Show.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the north side of Columbus for the Crown Dublin pre-game show. Big-time Division I boys basketball clash just about to go down here at Westerville North. I am Brian Skowronski. Jack Ritchie is with me here tonight, and great atmosphere, of course, for some boys basketball, and it's always special. Senior night, and a lot of them here at Westerville North, so the place is packed.
Man, I mean, it is great to be in the heart of the great state of Ohio for this big-time D1 matchup. And, man, it just feels different when you come down in this part of the state. I mean, the basketball is extremely well and really good and competitive, and it should be a really good one tonight.
Let's tell you about Dublin Scioto having kind of a tough second half of their season after a big-time 8-1 start. But for them, history not really on their side, have not beat the Warriors since they became Capital Conference opponents here, 0-7 and in danger of going 0-8 tonight.
Yeah, I mean, tonight is a chance to change that, hopefully, for this Dublin squad. You know, this is a team that obviously they have never beat this team. Coming in here on senior night, man, it would be sweet if they could get a win here tonight in front of this big crowd.
That gentleman right there probably going to have a big night in order for that to happen. Mr. Aaron Foster, an all-around athlete. And you look at the numbers, I mean, the kid can score, he can board, and he's among the assist leaders in the OCC. So this kid, he can do a lot of damage no matter where he has the basketball.
Yeah, and also, I mean, he's going to have a very big night, as you said earlier. I mean, to keep this team not only competitive, but to try to stop this Westerville team that's dominated most of this season, and especially in this series.
Yeah, Westerville North having a fantastic year, so close to perfection. 4 razor-thin losses, and their only 2 L's here at home to a pair of the top teams in Division I in Orange and Hayes. So this is a squad that they're accustomed to winning, of course, and that they've been in every single contest down to the final whistle.
And I think that's one of the most impressive things about this Westerville North team is that every single game has been competitive, even their losses. And as you see, I mean, St. Vincent St. Mary, they're playing prolific programs here in the state of Ohio, and it should prepare them, you know, for the tournament.
That gentleman right there rocking the number 2, having a dynamite junior campaign. Ty Perkins, a versatile athlete, and he really thrives in transition, but I've seen him quite a bit. He can also break you down in the half court. The scoring numbers speak for themselves, but you love that he's also willing to get in there, grab some rebounds, and then hook up with a lot of his teammates, more than 4 assists per contest.
Not only can he score in transition, but also, I mean, he can really shoot the ball. And it's a feat with pretty much this whole Westerville North team. They can shoot it really well behind the arc, and also their interior offense is just extremely, extremely efficient.
Yeah, they got some big boys in there, and obviously some great athletes. We've seen them in the pregame layup line, which is more like a dunk line here, because they got some dudes who can flat out fly.
Oh yeah, definitely, for sure. And I think that's going to be one of the big things and things that we see all night, is that they're going to have a size advantage pretty much the whole contest.
Before we dive into, actually, let's honor America with the playing of our national anthem, and then we'll check out the Ohio Capital Conference standings right after we get ready. And with that, we are just about set for a Division I clash on the court here between Westerville North and Dublin Scioto. A couple of conference opponents here in the Ohio Capital Conference, and we'll show you the standings now. And you see the Pacers of Hayes at the top. They are 12-1 so far in league play, and this the final night for both of Hayes and Westerville North within the league. So there's still an outside chance for the Warriors if Hayes were to lose, but they're taking on Franklin Heights tonight, of course. Not having a great campaign, just 3 wins for them. But if Westerville North were to win and somehow Hayes were to drop, they would get a clinch of at least a share.
Definitely. And also Westerville, their only 2 conference losses come to the top team in the Ohio Capital Conference. And obviously that has to sting. You can't at least split the pair and try to go for at least a share of the conference. But you never know what can happen tonight. That's why this game is so important for this team, to make sure they get a W.
There is Dublin Scioto, hoping that they can pull off a W here on the road tonight. And when they head into tournament, they're going to get a familiar foe. Take a look at the OHSAA brackets here, and they compete in the D1 Central 3. And they got to take on Westerville South in the sectional semifinals, a team that's already knocked them off a couple of times. So you don't like that part, but you like that you have a scattering report. You know what to do when you get head-to-head and when you match up with that team.
Definitely. They always say that the third win is the hardest for that Westerville South team, so it is possible that they could try to get an upset here in the tournament. But, it's just a tough draw overall. You look all over the bracket. There's Hilliard Darby, who's always really, really good, Marysville, and obviously Delaware Hayes, who's been the top of this conference the whole season. So it would be very tough for them to make a run.
There are the starters being announced here for Dublin Scioto. And we'll show you the tournament journey ahead here for the Warriors after their starters get a march out here on the floor for the final time during the regular season during this campaign. And there is Vari Adams, honored before the game for senior night. Ty Perkins. Jacob Daney. And here comes Ian Robinson. And excuse me, they left Vari for last. Here comes the big dog coming off the bench. Probably to a big Thunderous War loved player around here.
Definitely. I mean, he is an all-around athlete. I mean, the games that I've watched with Westerville North is he can jump out of the gym, he can get rebounds, he can get blocks, and overall he's just a really phenomenal player.
This is what the Warriors are looking at when they do get into tournament action here in a couple of weeks. The number 6 seed, and you kind of like how things shape up for them to at least get to a district championship.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you look all around. It's all lower seeds than them. They have a pretty clear path to that district championship game. And you want to try to at least get there. It's looking pretty good. I mean, the way that they've been playing this year, they should be able to steamroll right through the first couple of rounds of the tournament.
And in the Central District, do get to play at home if you were the higher seed. So they'll have at least 1 and likely 2 more games here in the friendly confines as we are underway here at Westerville North. And it's going to be the Warriors with the basketball first. Looks like an active 2-3 zone here for Scioto to open things up as the shot goes up from downtown. It's off the restraint for Ian Robinson, and he'll be over to the Irish.
That is what the Irish need to do. I like that they come out in a 2-3 zone, trying to eliminate some of that size disadvantage, and hopefully that can help to, provide the offense down the stretch.
Foster gets picked up by Medaney here in the full court. Warriors switching everything up top right now. An aggressive defense got him forced out, making it tough just to make an entry pass. And this has been their bread and butter. You saw in the pregame statistics, they outscore their opponents by about 18 per contest, and they don't give up very many as they force a turnover on the opening possession here for Dublin Scioto.
Definitely got to push the pace. Don't let them set up that defense that's been so good all year long.
Nice baseline move, and the first points belong to the senior on senior night. It's Adams. And the second giveaway in as many possessions for the Irish. Getting out on the run. Perkins normally will finish that off. Kind of lost the handle. Solid ball movement. Adams from the short corner kicks it back out. Warriors showing some patience here as Young lets it fly, and he'll hit the bottom.
And that's just unfair. I mean, when they're hitting threes like that on a 2-3 defense, when you're trying to prevent that interior offense, it's really hard to be able to adjust to that when they're stroking it from behind the arc.
So 5-0 differential here in the opening couple of minutes. Irish looking for their first points, and they'll get it from the foul line. The jumper knocked down by Lomax.
They're going to have to knock down a lot of those tonight if they want to stay competitive with this Westerville team, and that's a great start to the game for them.
Adams skip pass here on the near side for Young. Drop it off in the middle of the floor now from Medaney. Back to him. Forcing this zone of the Irish to really move a lot as that 3 ball goes off the back iron from Perkins.
One thing that is to Dublin's advantage tonight is if they start missing threes, that's going to be easy defensive stops for them, and especially with big guys like Vari, that will be a great advantage for them down the road to the end of the game.
Sam Foster with a bucket at the other end. Another 3 on the way here for Young, and the putback for Adams.
And there he is again. There goes that man jumping out of the gym for a great putback too. I mean, honestly, great defense by Dublin forcing another 3, but it's just unfair when you got a guy that big and that can jump like that.
Take a look at the replay here on Adams. Just a little bit of hang time. Seems to just get an extra half second or so that most human beings don't when he leaves Earth. And a second foul, though, in about 3 seconds. This one's going to go on Adams. And he's showing, keeping his hands up.
That could be big tonight if they start getting their big guys in, as that's going to be a turnover there.
Pushing ahead off the backboard and the slam. But I think we had a foul on the floor before the delivery. But we got to see that again, right? It doesn't count, but this was special. The connection from one senior to the other.
You can tell that this Westerville crowd has seen that a few times this year. I mean, just from their reaction. I mean, Vari, he is just a star.
Adams still seeking a football scholarship, and he was up for a Sports Illustrated Play of the Week award. Doing a little research today, made a one-handed touchdown grab earlier in his senior season. Someone come out and sign this kid. And then Robinson, who's at the line, he wants to become an RN. Going to be going to Ohio University to continue his education. But he misses them both here at the charity stripe. So they come up empty-handed after they thought they were going to have 2 points on the big-time slam. So Scioto with a chance to tie right here. Comes up short from the left hand of Foster. Rebound to Perkins on the fly. Pushes it to the corner. Now Robinson, whoa, what a step around.
I was just about to say that the Irish are doing a good job at controlling the pace on defense, but when you got athletes like that, it's kind of unfair.
They'll get a clean look, though, from long range, and it's buried. Big answer at the other end from Isaiah Pearson. So back down to a one-possession game. Warriors trying to change that here. Excellent ball movement in the middle of a crowd. It comes up short, but a long rebound keeps the possession alive. And the second jumper is good this time for Medani. Foster taking his time before he initiates the pass. Baseline kick out, another three. Irish living and dying from long range. And loose ball foul is going to go against Dublin Scioto.
I like that they're starting to pull it from behind the arc, though. That's how they're going to be able to beat this team tonight, is hitting those big shots.
At the next dead ball, we will jump into our keys to the game. Mine does have something to do with that long-range activity of the Irish, who get a turnover here. Pearson to the corner. Foster, quick move. And better defense by Micah Young. Stayed with him stride for stride. Jump hop in the lane. Perkins. I think he was trying to lob it up for Adams. Take a second look on our OSPF replay.
A little miscommunication there by Westerville. They haven't played their best ball here to start this first quarter.
Still lead it by 4, though it's Irish basketball. And we'll get a bump in the backcourt, or will we?
A lot of pressure being applied by this Warriors team on the full court press. It's resulted already in a couple early turnovers.
Catch and shoot. Back iron. Foster with the rebound. He's got a 2-on-2. Now a 3-on-3, and he's got his pocket picked by Ronald Jackson, who just checked in, sets it up, and Perkins finishes it off. First points for Ty Perkins tonight, as Adams comes away with another theft. Here's Ty, lobs it up. Vari sends it home.
My goodness, Vari jumping out of the gym this first quarter. We've already seen it on display multiple times. That is just an unbelievable feed on the transition over a defender. Are you sure he's trying to get a scholarship for football?
Hey.
I mean, my goodness.
This dude's got the athletic ability to probably play anything he wants at the next level,
Definitely.
so somebody sign this kid.
Wow.
Boy, what a start here on senior night. And as promised, we will dive into our keys to the game. We'll begin with the Warriors. And for me, I mean, we've already kind of seen it. Just out-athlete the opponent. They've got some dudes that are some skywalkers that can really shoot it, that can step around you. So far, so good.
Definitely. My key to the game is utilizing their length. I mean, as you said, kind of to the point of yours, you want to try to get those offensive rebounds. You know, as we've already seen them force multiple turnovers with that length, with good hands inside, and they've already done a great job at that early in this ballgame.
And for the Irish, I just feel like you got to get lucky from the land of three, knock down some triples, and you can hang around.
They've already seen a couple of those threes from Dublin. It's been big so far. My key to the game is get out on the break. I think that's going to be so big against this really, really good Westerville defense, and trying to get some draw some fouls on the transition and get some buckets.
Our keys to the game presented by Crown. Dublin got the best collection of Dodge, Jeep, and Chryslers in the area as Perkins read that one all the way. Here's Ty with a silky crossover, no look feed inside, but the up and under shot for Nolan Fedek comes up short. Irish trying to weather the storm, but they cannot. Picked off, they'll send it ahead, and it's showtime. More layups in transition, 10-point lead now for the Warriors. Nice move, and the floater goes. Big time shot there by Lath.
Pushing the pace there, and that's what they're going to need to do to get these buckets early in this game, to try to stay with the pace that Westerville North is playing with.
Strong hands inside. Nice catch by Nolan. Thought they were going to get a cutter. Instead, it's back to Perkins in the corner. Got a double team. Drops it off for Micah Young. Can hit. And it's tipped out into the hands here of Alsadi. Pitch to the top of the key like a fullback, but got his shot blocked. Perkins out ahead of the pack. The scoop missed it, but he's got friends in low places with the putback.
I don't know if the Irish are going to be able to keep up with the pace right now that Westerville is playing with. I mean, it's like they're down on the other side of the court after every basket, about 3 seconds.
Foster, though, matching at the other end as we're closing in on 30 seconds to go here in a very quick-paced first quarter. And a lot of depth here for the Warriors going into their bench. MC Walker had the last bucket, the sophomore, in right now, as Perkins pulls the trigger and tickles the nylon from downtown.
That just goes to show this Westerville team, there's so much depth in young guys. I mean, only 2 seniors on this whole team, and that's going to be really impressive for them in the future.
Final shot of the frame coming down to 3 seconds. Tipped and last touch by the Irish. Just sub 2 seconds here. So Westerville North, see what they try to set up. Got a chance for a dribble before a shot. They've got the freshman Tyson Perkins here waiting for it. And now he'll scoop it up. He'll take that bounce, lets it go at the horn, and it comes up short. But after one, what a start here for Westerville North. They've got Scioto doubled up, 22-11.
The President's Day sales event is on. Shop Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Dublin to drive home with up to 20% off MSRP on a new Jeep Gladiator. Save at Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Dublin today. The better way to buy and service.
Back here at Westerville North, the Warriors put up 22 points in that opening quarter, 11 for Dublin Scioto. As we welcome you back for second quarter action and the senior cheerleaders being announced. And there's a lot of them. I got 17 total cheerleaders here. So
that's a lot. Yeah, a lot of seniors we saw pregame, but that's pretty impressive.
It's going to be Irish basketball here to open up the second frame. And they're in danger here. We saw the pace of play by Westerville North of getting hit by an avalanche early on. Definitely got to try to battle their way back in it here in the second.
Definitely. And when they go to that kind of pace, it can really, really snowball really fast. And Dublin's going to have to try to slow down, control the basketball a little bit more on defense, and try to get some stops.
Got some younger players into the mix right now. Here's Elijah McCree. Gives it off to the freshman Perkins. They'll launch another three. It's off target. A lot of contact. No whistle there as Walker hit the deck. But the ball comes loose. Nice up fake. More contact. And now we will get a whistle, and MC will head to the line.
Well, it was a good defensive possession by the Irish, but just those bodies, get in those boards. You got to get those loose balls, get on the ground. And against a team like Westerville, you cannot afford too many of those second chance points.
Third point of the contest now for Walker. The only player on the floor right now for the Warriors who's in the scoring column. And what a luxury for Coach CHRYSLER to have to be able to go 5 deep into your bench.
I don't know how many teams this year that we've seen do that. I mean, that's really, really trusting your guys, knowing your depth. As that's going to be an offensive rebound there.
And it sets up a wide open three, and Perkins buries it. So the freshman with his first points of the night. Oh, and how about that read? See if we get a dunk here. It's going to be just off target for Jackson. But another offensive rebound, so the possession stays alive. And it turns out even better as Jackson knocks down the triple.
There are just some athletes on this Westerville team. You got bench guys going in there trying to throw one down in-game. I think that is really, really impressive.
7-0 run to start this second quarter as we take a second look at that big triple from Ronald. And every home and kitchen supply timeout. We'll jump into the comment section, see if you guys got anything going on out there. Still waiting for our first comment on the Facebook, so if you are watching live and free with us tonight, let us know where you're tuning in from on this snowy evening in the greater Columbus area. Weren't expecting this. I mean, it's been so nice for so many weeks.
Oh, yeah. I feel like we cursed it last night.
We
were talking about it, but, you know, I guess winter is still here. I would love to see some sunshine, though, especially coming up on the spring.
I still showed up jacketless tonight. I think when we head back out to the parking lot at the completion of tonight's contest, there's going to be about 6 inches of snow.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But that's Ohio, and Mother Nature seems to have a sick sense of humor sometimes with us out here.
Never know what you're going to get here in the great state of Ohio.
Well, we know what we can expect from these Warriors, though. I mean, a lot of depth already has been displayed and just consistent effort and energy. Obviously, that's why Coach CHRYSLER's got to go to his bench, because these guys, I mean, they're unloading the tank. As Foster unloads that jumper and he buries it. He's been a bright spot so far. 6 points of the 13 for the Irish.
If you're Dublin, you got to try to go on a run very, very soon before halftime. You don't want to be down too much at the break against a team that is just much more gifted this year, and you have to try to get those stops, as there's going to be another three right there, to allow yourself to try to have a chance in the second half.
Back-to-back trifectas from the junior Ronald Jackson. Let it hang up there, too. Oh, another great read by Perkins. Just came up short of initiating his own break.
It seems like there's a Warrior everywhere the ball's even passed. I mean, they're smothering the Irish on the defensive side.
Foster bailing him out, though. Tough jumper on the baseline. As we get another three on the way, halfway home. Would have been a three-pack here in the frame for Jackson. But they've got the takeaway. Here's McCree to the rack, and he'll get fouled.
Again, so many turnovers early for Dublin. And that's why the score is at what it is. I mean, you have to try to play transition defense so many times, it's going to come back to haunt you.
Elijah McCree, a 6-foot sophomore, gets his first point of the evening. The senior Robinson back into the mix, along with Nolan Fadak. And he calmly buries them both. 19-point deficit now for the Irish. Things have really escalated quickly here in this second. 12-4, the point total in the second stanza. And another giveaway like you were talking about, Jack. I mean, it's really costing them, of course.
I mean, already, credit to Westerville's defense. I mean, they're playing really, really good, not only in transition, but every single time Dublin gets it over half court, it's like they turn the ball over, go down, and try to get a dunk.
Have to earn it in the half-court set this time, as we get a traveling violation here against Tyson Perkins.
4 minutes to go in this first half. If you're Dublin, you have to try to get some points on the board here. You're already down 19, and to a team like this, it can really get bad very quickly.
Yeah, in danger of having a running clock situation when we get to the third period. As Vari, who just checked in, comes away with a theft. Kicking it out to Robinson. Thought better of the three. He'll skip past it here for McCree. He'll let it fly.
The most dangerous thing about this North team is they can shoot it. And when you got guys inside who can be really good in the post, but also guys behind the arc that can make a three for you, this team can make a very deep run in the tournament.
Robinson pitches ahead off the glass. Can't knock it down, but McCree will. I mean, it looks like they're just out on the playground having a good time.
It's looking like the NBA All-Star game out here right now with the amount of off-the-glass feeds and alley-oops, but it's very, very, that's another turnover. Very, very fun to watch.
Run it back, just missing there for Robinson, but cleaning up the mess, Elijah McCree trailing the play. And you're absolutely right. I mean, guys are playing like it's an all-star game, but when you have this many gifted, talented athletes, it doesn't cost you playing this style. It just almost elevates their game.
Absolutely. I mean, I bet practices are very, very competitive. It's pushing them to be better players, and it's why their program, that is a beautiful move right there, just pushing them to be better players throughout this whole season.
Just a ninth grader, but you can already see the unbelievable talent that Tyson possesses.
I mean, a freshman doing that in a varsity game is rare by itself, but when you have multiple guys who, I mean, look at that Euro step. It's just crazy. And I feel bad for Dublin because, I mean, Westerville just has some guys, and it's been like that all night so far.
Suffocating on the defensive ends, flashy at the offensive side of things. That's why they've got 41 points on our Douglas Property Services LLC scoreboard already. And they did a lot of their damage here in the second quarter with 4 bench players out there. Now mostly a complement of starters on the floor. As Foster goes baseline. Can't get that one to drop. Adams keeps the ball in bounds, but will go out in front of the student section. And boy, has this student section seen a show here tonight. We've been here at a lot of these home games, and definitely plenty of razzle-dazzle on the OH report, but I think so far in this first half, this might top them all as Foster keeps it going offensively. He's got 11 of the 18.
Oh, yeah. I bet it's fun watching guys that you're going to school with every single day do this, but especially to another, conference team where there could be a little bit of a rivalry there.
How about the step through here from Ian Robinson? Getting his 3rd and 4th points. Take a second look on the Ohio Suicide Prevention replay. Catch and shoot off the inbounds, and it drops through the bottom for Olsadi. So Dublin on a 6-2 spurt, and, well, that ended quickly. Perkins at the other end with a nice little runner.
Every single time it looks like the Irish swing, and Westerville just swings right back. Oh, my goodness.
Two-handed throwdown for Robinson, so both seniors have put a little peanut butter with the jam here tonight.
And the reason they're getting all these fast breaks is because their defense is all over the floor. You see in that frame right there, there's 4 guys at half court. Dublin can't even get it over half court without there being hands in your face, and that's a credit to why they've been so good this year.
This is a team we showed you in the pregame. 4 losses, but by a combined 15 points. So they very easily could have 20 wins, maybe even be perfect on the season. As that's another turnover. They are piling up here for the Irish.
The good thing for Dublin tonight, though, is that this is going to be the kind of team you're going to have to play, especially in their district where there is a lot of talent. And unfortunately, obviously, tonight so far not going their way. But this is the kind of teams you have to prepare for when you go into a D1 tournament.
Catch and shoot Robinson beyond the arc. Bit off the mark that time. Pearson to Foster. Gets it to roll in. Final $1.05 here of the opening half. A lot of fireworks, most of them courtesy of Westerville North, who adds 2 more, getting close to 50 already.
Which is crazy at the high school level. As you see, they just keep trying to pick passes off. It's like they're not even running an offense out there because they're just all over the floor.
Winston Lomax, though, able to send home a triple, but right on cue, and 1 at the other end, and Robinson with a chance for the 3-point play.
Dude, that's just size. He's being just more physical than this interior defense for the Irish. And once again, just another great layup right after they responded at the other end.
Can't cap off the old-fashioned 3-point play. But the defense always on high alert. Another tip here. Perkins getting a piece of that pass.
And it's hard for them to get it past half court with this defense.
Next level athletes all over the place, and the rotation has been phenomenal. They'll leave open shooters like they did on this possession, but they've capitalized more often than not as they'll get rocking the rim.
Oh my goodness. That was unbelievable. Get up, young man, and throw it down. Holy mackerel.
Last shot of the quarter, not even good if it would have dropped. And a standing ovation. A lot of taps on the top of the head because of this play right here.
I'll tell you what, I almost fell out of my seat.
Oof.
That was a head top going into the half. 53 points from the first half for Westerville.
A lot of teams in North Central Ohio don't even average that for an entire game. That's just at the break, folks. Plenty more still here to come on your OCC game of the night here on the OH Report. Where else would you rather be? Stick with us. The halftime report is next, followed by the third quarter. we guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skowronski, and let's make you a part of the game.
The President's Day sales event is on. Shop Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Dublin to drive home with up to 20% off MSRP on a new Jeep Gladiator. Save at Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Dublin today. The better way to buy and service.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog, and you're not. Hall of Fame coach turned future Hall of Fame host.
Now he's on TV hosting his own highlighting our team in the Joe Show zone. Hall of Fame coach, now a host, sharing our stories from coast to coast. From the court to the screen, he's the best. Jules legacy lives on in the Joe Show quest.
Because this is my show, and it's an all-new me in the new year. Deal with it.
Welcome back to Westerville North for your Crown of Dublin halftime show. The best place for Jeep, Dodge, Chrysler, and Ram in the greater Columbus area. And the dance team here for the Warriors out on the floor. And at any time here tonight that we've been in the gym, there's been a show going on here, Jack. This has been quite the overall atmosphere and performance. But the basketball, second to none, my gosh.
Yeah, it's been great. It's exactly the expectations that I had for a Division I Columbus basketball team. But, you know, as we see the dance team here, overall, it's been crazy. I mean, we've seen 4 dunks. We've seen guys getting yammed on. We've seen 50 points in the first half, which is almost unheard of in high school basketball. And this Westerville team, I'll tell you what, if they play the ball that they have had tonight, then they are going to make a very deep run, especially in a very easy district.
Yeah, easy for us to say easy, but when you look at the level of talent that they have, and there's a lot of teams, of course, in the Central District, so they'll have an opportunity, I think, bare minimum, to make that district championship game, and then from there, all bets are off trying to get out of the Columbus area, but you've got to love everything that they're bringing to the equation, a lot of depth, so many athletes all over the floor, and when they brought in the bench players, they even extended their lead. So, you know, there's a lot to smile about here on senior night.
I also think, as you said, one of the most impressive things is their youth. Only 2 seniors, as I mentioned earlier, on this whole Westerville North team. And obviously, if you're a coach, you have to be jazzed about that. I mean, for years to come, this team will be set in this conference and also the state of Ohio in Division I basketball.
Yeah, and we still have a second half to go, 53 total points. While the dance team's out there, we'll keep the video on this. No need to jump into any stats or anything just yet. And every week I do what we call the top 10 cuts of the week. The last 7 days we roll it out on Wednesdays, and I was half joking, but I might be serious. Yeah, I think I could do a top 10 cuts just for the first half.
They're killing it right now. And it's unbelievable. I mean, I don't think I've ever witnessed in person the amount of dunks alone just in this first half. And the reason that they're getting so many of these opportunities is because of their defense being so efficient. I mean, forcing 16 turnovers just in the first half alone has resulted in those superstar plays that we saw pretty much the whole first half.
So we will dive into your statistics brought to you by Crown of Dublin, and you talked about all the giveaways. Obviously, that has been a huge factor leading to many of those dunks, those yams, as you like to call them. 7 offensive rebounds as well for the Warriors, and they've got plenty of second chance points off of them. So pretty much anywhere you look, on the stat sheet, it's all in favor of the team with 53 points.
Absolutely. We both said that in our keys of the game that utilize their athletes, utilize their strength, utilize their length, and they've done that so far. 7 second chance points, and if you're Dublin, you just can't let that happen. I mean, if you're trying to pull an upset, you definitely cannot let that many offensive rebounds, but also that many turnovers giving away to the Warriors.
And for the Irish, have not shot a free throw yet, so as a coach, you never love seeing that statistic. You want to see your guys be aggressive, definitely try to get to the rack. The problem for the Irish has been just getting across half court has been a chore.
It has been, and honestly a very clean first half. Only 9 total fouls in the whole first half. It was just really fast-paced all the way through, and I think we saw at the end of the second half that the Irish just started to get maybe a little bit gassed, especially when you got guys in your face constantly in the full-court press pretty much the whole first half. It was extremely fast-paced on offense and defense for this Westerville North team, and it's why that they have 53 points in the first half.
Already on their way to breaking 100 tonight, of course, and they average just a shade over 60 per night. So this is an offensive outburst in a rivalry game, and it looks like Dublin Scioto, who's 0-7 against them since they joined the Capital Conference, in danger of going 0-8. Let's check out our player spotlight numbers for the first half. And Aaron Foster, he's done his thing. You know, he dished out an assist, and he's definitely carried them in scoring 13 points right now. I mean, he's got half of the offensive load.
Yeah, and he's done a really good job. I mean, obviously, you're down big, so obviously it doesn't look good on the score sheet, but 13 of the 26 points for this Irish team, that's still impressive. We said he needed to have a big night for them to be able to compete, and he's done that so far for his team. It just has to be time for the rest of his team to be able to contribute as well.
Yeah, almost already at a season average for scoring of 16, so he's definitely done his thing, as has Ty Perkins. 9 points, has not committed a foul yet, and I don't have his exact assist numbers, but I think he's probably got around 3 so far.
Yeah.
So he's done a nice job of distributing and setting up guys for clean looks, and obviously some big-time thunderous throwdowns.
I think all of their guard play is really good all around. They have a lot of guys that can dish the rock inside and outside swing passes around for threes, as they've already made 6 threes just in the first half alone. And as we see down there, that man right there is a dangerous guy. Vari has been just unbelievable so far. He slammed it down a couple of times already, and it's been very impressive to watch.
And you got just a little bit extra juice, of course, on senior night. I think Ian Robinson has topped him, though, with that last dunk in the closing seconds of the second quarter. I mean, I wasn't sure if we were going to get anything better than what we saw off the backboard pass to Vari in the dunk. But when you dunk over a guy with the authority that we saw Ian do, I mean, come on. I think he's got the top spot for now.
Definitely. I mean, as I said earlier, I almost fell out of my seat. I mean, it was thundering in here. They got to the crowd, to their feet especially. And I think that's really cool to see on a night where it's pretty packed in here. I mean, it's senior night. Definitely a lot of people come to this game to see them play, and especially when there's only 2 seniors on this whole team.
And as we dive into the comments section over on Facebook, we see a big fan of Mr. Ritchie's. We are watching in Worcester. Great, fast-paced game. Westerville North is so strong, according to Catherine, and boy, is she right.
Yes, she is. Shout out to my mom back in Worcester. But, yeah, it has been an electric first half overall, and I cannot wait to dive into this second half.
You and I both. And hopefully here on senior night, both Vari and Ian get plenty of minutes here in the second half, though we're just a few points away from the running clock. Crazy. You don't see that a lot at halftime, and certainly not in a rivalry matchup like this. OCC opponents going head-to-head. But the Warriors, boy, were they dominant the first half, and they will begin with the rock here in quarter number 3 as we wrap up our Crown of Dublin halftime reports. And we turn to action now. Starters in for both units that began the game. Here's Robinson into the hands of Micah Young. Looking to size up his defender, pulls the trigger. Adams with the 8th offensive rebounds. No second chance points, but they'll keep it alive again. Perkins with a clean catch in traffic. Pitches it over to Ian. And no dice.
All over the offensive boards there again. It's been like that all night. It's the reason why this Westerville team is dominated in that first half.
Irish looking to get off to a hot start, and they will. Lomax lets it rain from straight away.
It's going to have to be a lot of those in the second half if they want to try to compete for this win. Already a huge lead for this Warriors team.
Robinson looking to turn the corner. Now pitches over here to Young. See Scioto sitting down playing man-to-man here. Warriors trying to adjust as Perkins lays it off. Varya, I think, was thinking about the dunk before he caught it, but still gets the deuce. Coach Shrysley's bunch really getting after it defensively again here to open up the third. No surprise. It's what's put them in the driver's seat here tonight.
Yep, already a little trash talk down below, but it's been like that all night. I mean, it has been just smothering defense. They can barely even get it over half court. Already so many turnovers, but as you can see, a little bit of the rivalry going on down below by those two bigs. They're yapping down there quite a bit.
It's going to be the second foul on Vari Adams, who had 6 points in the first half, added 2 to his total here in the third. Off the rebound, Robinson sends it ahead. What a catch by Micah Young, and he'll have a couple of free throws.
Again, this offense so fast-paced. As you see, almost a whole court pass, really a beautiful pass right in front of 2 defenders for the foul, and already going back to the line early in this third quarter.
Few scores from around the OH report going on right now, as Westerville North adds to their total. Big game going on in the Northern 10 Conference. Colonel Crawford leads Winford at halftime 25-20. And Upper Sandusky all over Buckeye Central 56-14 in Northern 10 play. I know we've also got another OCC game going on tonight over at Big Walnuts. You can check that one out on our YouTube channel 5 or on Facebook. As another turnover added to the total here for the Irish.
Again with that defense, just forcing those easy turnovers that gives them the ball back.
Couple hesitation moves for Perkins. Clean footwork and a nice deuce. Puts him in double figures, joining Ian Robinson. And a bump and a foul here.
Still yet to go to the line for Dublin. Still haven't even shot a free throw yet, but good job for Westerville, not even allowing them inside the paint for a contested shot like that.
Pearson splits the gap, and spinning and losing the rock there is Lomax. It's still loose and ends up into the hands here of, almost Adams had it.
They're still trying to show off for this crowd here tonight. I mean, already that was looking like it was going to be another dunk, but just could not handle the ball.
Yeah, I think that was the second time already in this third quarter that Vari was thinking about showtime before he had the thing secured. Maybe we'll get some right here. Lift off, and 2 points for Micah.
Man, you just hold your breath every single time they go up for that shot. I mean, this crowd just feels it every single time one of those plays is about to happen.
And I think everybody in the starting rotation can throw it down for Westerville North.
That's what it seems like, definitely.
Foul, and I think we'll get our first free throws of the night for the Irish. Let's take a look back here at Young. Elevate.
Whew.
Just gets it over the tippy top of the rim.
Almost. Very athletic all around for this team.
I believe we should have a running clock right now, as it stopped at 4:53, 31-point differential. As Dublin continues to fight. They have been up against it tonight. The Warriors are clicking all over the place. Wide open look, catch and shoot for Perkins. No bueno, the follow not there either for Robinson.
Another good chance though for second chance points there with another offensive rebound off of a great pass for a 3.
Tough setup, follow away jumper. And Lomax gets the friendly roll here on the road. He's got a dozen now. He and Foster kind of carrying the offensive load. Ooh. No look inside Adams. And offensive foul is the call, so we're heading the other way.
Another nice pass there, a little no-looker inside to the big man, but calling for the offensive foul there. It just continues to be a show here tonight for this Westerville North team.
Tyson Perkins off the bench here, first sub in quarter number 3 for Coach CHRYSLER. As Foster has to pick up his bounce, puts it in no man's land, picked off by Young. Ty from the corner, sends it, 3 on the way for Young. Another offensive board. Right into the hands of Ty Perkins. Oh, how about that switch dribble?
I mean, you can just tell they just want it more right now. That already 4 offensive rebounds in the second half. And I mean, it's just been electric all night long. They're just wanting to get second chance points, and it's the reason why they've dominated this ballgame.
Clean look, Robinson rattled out. So offensively, for the first time here, Westerville North kind of cooling off.
Yep.
Not the case on the defensive end of things.
Yeah, finally started to not hit every single shot they've taken, but again, like you said, on defense, still just pressing away, trying to force any turnover that they can.
Catch and shoot for Cannon. Misfired. And Vari skies to take that one off the glass. The freshman's going to back it out. Look to go back to work. As Perkins left alone after the double team came in. The reverse layup, quality stuff right there from Ty.
That's some good offense right there. As you see, he sucked the defense in, but also you don't want to leave Vari open, as that was almost another dunk on the other end, but just great offensive possession so far for this Warriors team.
This time Robinson drops it home. Loving life. He's got 13 on the night. Run it back, take a second look at Ian Robinson's triple. Triple threat position, lets it loose. And we'll get some substitutions as we get a home and kitchen supply timeout. Warriors came out strong to start the third. They've got a 13-7 cushion.
Yeah, and again, the offensive production hasn't been as good as the other two, which is funny to say because they're still dominating this game. But that first half was just so efficient on the offensive side. I mean, I don't know what percentage they were shooting, but it was probably over 50% at least. And as they dominated, they're still forcing turnovers, trying to turn defense into offense on the other end. And it's still a very large margin here halfway through the third.
Yeah, Dublin only halfway to Westerville North's total right now, 66-33. Plenty of fireworks shot off here tonight on senior nights. A joyous occasion all the way around for Warriors fans. Have really enjoyed themselves, as have myself and my partner tonight, Jack Ritchie.
Absolutely. It has been great tonight so far. I mean, I have loved watching this game here. in one of the best conferences in the state, you could argue.
Yeah, a lot of teams to choose from, of course. I think there's about 30 of them in this Ohio Capital Conference. But you could say that the Capital Division might be the strongest of the 5. When you start looking at the likes of Jerome, one of the top teams in Division I, Westerville North, of course. Westerville South has had a quality season, as has Big Walnut.
Oh, yeah.
1 and done as the rebound taken down by Skowronski. And we're going to foul at the other end. It's going to be on the floor. And it's the 15th foul. So the Irish will be in the bonus the rest of the way. Foster's been sharp tonight on the offensive side. That's his first points, though, here in the 3rd.
So far tonight, 3 for 3 for the line for the Irish. So when they do get to the line, they are making up for it.
He drops them both. Warriors get into the front court with some pace. The only starter still on the floor right now, Ty Perkins. Jackson, what a slip pass underneath. Irish with some nice ball movement. The spin, but the swap for Fettig, who just had the bucket at the other end. But that 3 finds its way home there for Alsati.
Yeah, good basket on the other end, and then making up for it again on the defensive side with a block, but a nice 3-pointer for the Irish.
Here comes MC Walker. Fettig, back iron, and the rebound secured by Skowronski. Throws it away. Another offensive rebound created here by Perkins as we've got an injured player down on the floor. Brody limping a bit.
Always hate to see that. I mean, anyone getting injured, but it did look like he might have rolled that ankle, maybe sprained that ankle a little bit, maybe landing on someone's foot or something.
And it looks like Coach Tony Anderson going to start going deep into his bench. Perkins left all alone, and it rolls out. Foster on the hop. We're going to go coast to coast, jump stop, and hit on the wrist on the release. Foul's going to be the first on MC Walker, but of course, shooting foul, and Irish in the bonus. We had a lane violation there.
I think it hit the top of the basket, so which meant it was out of bounds, which what I think was the call.
All right, fair enough.
But still only 1 miss from the line for the Irish, so they are being efficient from the charity stripe tonight.
Been a tough rifle pass inside. Westerville North able to regain possession here with Jackson. And it's tipped out of bounds as he tried to feed it to MC Walker in the corner. Closing seconds here of quarter number 3. See if the Warriors elect to hold for the final shot of the frame. Perkins backs it out, sizing up Alsati, looking to go to work, crossover. Foul line jumper, and won't get the friendly roll. As we head to money time, and Westerville North's been on a roll. As we go to money time.
The President's Day sales event is on. Shop Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Dublin to drive home with up to 20% off MSRP on a new Jeep Gladiator. Save at Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Dublin today. The better way to buy and service.
We have reached money time here at Westerville North. The Warriors in cruise control as they own a 68-39 cushion to open up fourth quarter play. I am Brian Skowronski, Jack Ritchie joining me here tonight. And a lot of big time plays in that first half. Things simmering down just a bit there in the third, and both teams looking like they are getting some of their starters back out on the floor as it is senior night. And Robinson and Adams, of course, would love to get theirs here in the final 7.5 minutes.
Yeah, the third quarter not as action-packed as the other two, but Westerville North continues just to dominate this ballgame.
Here's Adams out ahead of the pack, and he'll throw it
my, and right on cue, Bari slams it down. Whew. It seems like the fifth dunk for Westerville tonight. Just unbelievable athleticism from the big man.
Irish with no answer at the other end. Robinson drawing a crowd. Give it back up top to the Frosh. Got Adams and Robinson camped out in the corners here. As we'll get a foul and a shooting foul at that. We'll send Nolan Fedek to the line, but let's take a look at that last dunk. Adams.
I mean, he started taking his step at like the free throw line with two defenders running after him. I mean, that is just some impressive athleticism and vertical.
Puts him in double figure scoring tonight with 10 points. Most of them off of dunks.
Yeah. I mean, definitely a great way to go out here on senior night with a couple explosive, flashy plays like that.
Warriors with a 1-3-1 zone look. Leaves an open shooter from the corner. Doesn't cost him as Osborne misfires. Double team, kick out. Robinson lets it go. Can't knock him down in front of the student section. And it's one and done out over to the Irish.
I really like the idea, though, you know, sucking in the defense inside with the big man kicking out to the corner for a good shot. And that's what kind of the stuff they've been doing all night, finding those open shots. Only 1 3 made in the second half, but great luck once again on the offensive side.
Adams, the point man up top. Another 3 from the corner. Comes out short. Long rebound to Perkins. Fakes it and then set it up. Wow. What a pass to McCree.
I mean, Westerville's transition offense has just been electric. It's every single time they get on the run, they just seem to make a flashy play, and it's been very, very good to watch here tonight.
It's going to be a timeout taken by Dublin Scioto. See 6-2 the count here in the fourth quarter. And let's take another look at that last fast break initiated by the freshman Tyson Perkins. We've seen this guy with a few strong plays tonight. How about the fake around the back? McCree with him stride for stride. Gorgeous setup.
I mean, we've been making that point all night, is the depth and youth on this team has just been unbelievable to watch. And when you are in the fourth quarter and you have a 9th grader doing flashy passes inside. I mean, this Westerville team is going to be really, really good in the next couple of years.
Definitely feel like they're a title contender, at least in their district this season, competing in the Division I Central 4 district this year. Adams going to pick up his 3rd foul there. And now we get the running clock. Over 30-point differential here in the 4th. Foster's been quiet in the second half. Double team, tough shot put up there, Lomax in a crowd. And now Perkins, my goodness, is he gifted with that basketball. Adams gonna launch it from long range. Can't knock it down. Rebound out to Pearson. Oh, look at the theft. Here goes Tyson with the lob for Vari.
Oh my goodness.
Look out below, Vari Adams.
Every single time it seems he's in the air, he is almost above the rim. I mean, that is just phenomenal teamwork to even have that connection, knowing that ball's going up in the air. It again, back to our points earlier, it seems like every single time they're on the run, something flashy happens.
Now the lob for Robinson. Just a little bit short. But you love that the freshman's trying to make it happen for the seniors as Ian gets back into the play. Comes away with the theft. They'll lob it up again.
Oh my goodness. Vari jumping out of the gym tonight. Another one.
Another one.
Oh my goodness. This young man can play. And the standing ovation from the crowd as he is going to be checked out of this game. And as you can see how much that he is cared about in this community, cared about on this team, in this school. Just a phenomenal student athlete, and tonight, as you saw on first display, just a great basketball player.
He's going to finish with 14 points, 10 of them off dunks. I mean, how much more can you ask for on senior night?
Absolutely. And I mean,
the show
my goodness.
goes on.
My goodness.
MC Walker.
Tip drill in football right there, tipping it to himself twice for the finish.
Westerville North has now broken 80. Reach-in foul coming here. Well, let's get back to the highlights, shall we? Hang time, left hand, right around Foster.
It seems like the whole game it's been like that. It's every single time they've been on the run. It's crazy. Their finishing around the cylinder has just been so good. And it's why that they have 80 points right now with 3 minutes to go in this game.
Al-Sadi into the lane. Won't get the friendly roll. Now McCree on the fly. Fancy in between the legs. Misfired. But an offensive rebound and the stick back.
My goodness. Even the bench players putting in work inside.
They're so down on the roster, we don't even have a number 20.
Wow.
Not even on the JV. I'm not sure who that was. MC down the lane, pitch to the corner. Here's Cornett. Trying to chase down his own miss, but it's scooped up by Pearson. Pearson on the hop, gets bumped. And now Coach Trusley totally going to empty out his bench as Walker heads over to the sideline. He'll be joined by Madehi. And the future of the Warriors out there, but really a lot of these players, minus the 2 seniors that checked out, going to be back next season for Westerville North. So very scary for the rest of the OCC, as that's bottoms up from long range. And nice shot. Leif Elsadi's had a pretty decent night offensively.
Yeah, proving that this is one of the best conferences, not only in the state of Ohio, but in this loaded Columbus region. There's so many great players and great teams, and this Westerville team tonight has shown us that they are one of the legitimate contenders tonight for the state championship.
Bottoms up from long range right there for Breedham Osborne. Strong move inside, shot blocked. Cornett turned away the freshman. As we're down under 50 seconds remaining. Pitch and catch inside. Irish finding a little momentum here at the end of the contest. Another three on the way. Won't land in its home for Cornett. Here's Kebasoe. Trying to go to work. The senior, though, losing the handle. And he's fouled on the floor.
We saw some of these guys on the floor now that we're in the JV game. And that's how far down we are on the roster right now, and that's just crazy in a varsity game on senior night, as this running clock is looking like it's about to go down to zeros.
So Keba will get to shoot 2 free throws. Actually, they're just going to say that's enough. So 82-49, your final score. Westerville North putting on a show in front of the home fans, their final home regular season game. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back with our SPHERION Mid-Ohio. I think we got to go with co-MVPs, the 2 seniors. Those dudes were unbelievable tonight.
Absolutely.
We'll talk to the Skywalkers, Vari Adams and Ian Robinson, coming up on the other side.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skowronski, and let's make you a part of the game.
The President's Day sales event is on. Shop Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Dublin to drive home with up to 20% off MSRP on a new Jeep Gladiator. Save at Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Dublin today. The better way to buy and service.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog, and you're not. Hall of Fame coach turned future Hall of Fame host.
Now he's on TV, hosting his own. Highlighting our team in the Joseph zone. Hall of Fame coach, now a host. Sharing our stories from coast to coast. From the court to the screen, he's the best. Jules legacy lives on in the Joe Show quest.
Because this is my show. And it's an all-new me in the new year. Deal with it.
Just enjoyed exciting Columbus basketball live and free thanks to our generous sponsors, including Douglas Property Services. Elevating properties, enriching lives, from window and door services to handyman expertise, they've got your property covered. Call 614-327-8926 for your free quote today. SPHERION Mid-Ohio. Let them help you build the career that you want or the awesome team you want. They build real relationships with you so they can understand what you need and get it for you fast. Crown, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Some want it to happen, some wish it could happen. Crown makes it happen. Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation. Call or text 988 for support, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And Home and Kitchen Supply, your one-stop shop for kitchen and baths, windows and doors since 1970, located in downtown Mansfield, Ohio. We'll be right back with your Crown Dublin postgame and interviews with your SPHERION Mid-Ohio MVPs shortly. Welcome back to Westerville North for your Crown of Dublin post-game show. Brian Skowronski and Jack Ritchie with you here this evening in a big prime-time performance for Westerville North as they continue to rack up W's, number 17 for them on the season. And, man, what a fun team and a fun atmosphere here to watch. Loved everything about what this team brings to the table. They play hard, and they got some skywalkers.
Absolutely. It was an extremely dominant game overall for Westerville North, and just a great win heading into the tournament, building that momentum, trying to capture a district championship. And as you said, they had some stardom tonight. They had some superstar plays from some superstar players, just yamming it down all over the court tonight.
Yeah, they took care of business, getting to 12-2 overall in the OCC. They needed to get a little bit of help from Dublin Drome, from Delaware Hayes in order to get a share of the OCC. Doubt that happened, but they definitely impressed here at home as we'll dive into our final statistics of the evening. And, boy, that's a lot of made two-pointers, ain't it?
It is, yeah. Their interior size paid off huge tonight. I mean, they just a lot of shots inside. And only 1 3 in that whole second half, and they still managed to come up with 82 total points for the game, which is unbelievable. And also, you look at the turnover margin for both teams, only 7 for Westerville North, but 22 for the Irish. And that was really the story of the game. I mean, the smothering defense, the whole game for the Warriors, and it really just turned that defense into offense.
They got off to an unbelievable start as well. They won every single quarter here tonight. So you mentioned, I mean, it was total domination from start to finish. There's no question about that. The Warriors were flexing in every aspect of the game. The numbers prove it here in every single category. So it's as good, I think, of a top-to-bottom game as we've seen from any team here on the OH Report almost all season.
Yeah, you have to give credit to this Westerville team. I mean, it's a rivalry game. It's a conference game. But just unbelievable play from not only the two seniors here tonight on senior night, but also this whole team top to bottom. Even the freshmen were contributing down the stretch for the Warriors.
And it looks like the two seniors making their way up here for some post-game interviews, so we'll take a quick commercial timeout. And when we come back, we will hear from both Ian Robinson and Vari Adams, the two stars of the nights, coming up right after this.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skowronski, and let's make you a part of the game.
The President's Day sales event is on. Shop Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Dublin to drive home with up to 20% off MSRP on a new Jeep Gladiator. Save at Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Dublin today. The better way to buy and service.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog, and you're not. Hall of Fame coach turned future Hall of Fame host.
Now he's on TV hosting his own highlighting our team in the Joshua zone. Hall of Fame coach, now a host, sharing our stories from coast to coast. From the court to the screen, he's the best. Jules legacy lives on in the Joshua quest.
Because this is my show, and it's an all-new me in the new year. Deal with it.
We are back now with our SPHERION Mid-Ohio co-MVPs. We got to begin first with Ian Robinson, the senior, showing out tonight on senior night. So let's begin with that. Obviously, there's a lot of hoopla going around, a ton of people here in the gym. Just how much fun was it being the center of attention and coming out and playing the way that you did like a star?
Oh, it was so much fun. I mean, just having all my family from like all the way from Texas, just having them know that they're here to support me, having the student section here to support me, all the fans support me, all my brothers there, right there with me, the coaches there with me, just knowing everyone's there with me, and I'm just so grateful for that.
You have such a fun team to watch. You play so hard at the defensive end, and it almost looked like an all-star game in that first half. Describe to me what it was like to be a part of it. I mean, you're throwing oops off the backboard. Everyone's throwing it down, knocking down threes. That had to have been an awesome experience.
Oh, it was so much fun. I think that might have been the funnest game I've ever had, to be honest. But that was like, it was a lot of fun. Just throwing oops to Vari, me dunking, Vari dunking, everybody hitting threes. It was a lot of fun.
And you pick up your 12th conference win. You knock off a rival as well. So just overall satisfaction on the night. Give yourself a grade.
Tonight, I don't know. I don't think I shot the three well, and then I missed that oop. I'd probably say like a B plus. So.
Well, hey, a heck of a fun B+ for you tonight, Ian. You're looking right into the camera. Go ahead, give a shout-out to as many people as you want that helped get you to this position.
All glory to God. I thank all my family, Renee, everyone, just all my friends, my family, the coaches for sure. The coaches do so much for me. All my brothers that are there with me, battling with me. So I just appreciate all of them, and I'm so grateful for them. Thank you.
All right, appreciate you for the time. If you don't mind handing off the headset, we'll bring in our other co-MVP. Here comes Vari Adams. Another senior having a big performance here tonight. Just tell me about senior night. What was it like in your shoes, through your eyes?
Today, I'll probably say it was just having fun with my teammates and enjoying the senior night. That's all it is. And just coming out and ready to play.
Ian said that was probably about the most fun he's had in a basketball game all year, especially in that first half. Bro, there was fireworks over and over again. You guys were over 50 points. What was it like?
Oh, my God. It was so crazy. I'm not even going to lie. Like, back-to-back, it's crazy. I ain't going to lie. It was fun. I ain't going to lie. It was fun and exciting for me, too. And I ain't never seen Ian catch a body. Never. That's the first time I've ever seen that. So that inspires me. I was so happy for him.
Yeah, I'm going to go home. I'm going to rank these dunks. I think you guys had about 10 total team dunks here tonight.
Oh, my God.
You have 5 of them, though. What was your favorite one?
I ain't going to lie. My favorite one was probably all of them. I'll say all of them. Because I don't really do nothing fancy You feel me? But I just go up there and get it.
This team, you guys have been well respected in the area all season long. You got 4 losses, but by a combined 15 points. So you got one more game heading in the tournament, though. Just tell me about the team's confidence and how well you're playing right now.
Well, we're playing real good, but we have to keep playing like we did tonight, and keep going on and take that to the tournament and say, like, the way we played tonight, Rim, is the best. That's the best play we ever had. I'm not gonna lie. That was the greatest. That was the greatest. Today was the greatest night of my life. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, I'm glad that I got to be a part of it and witness it, because I feel like we're all witnesses here in the gym tonight. You guys put on a flat-out show, so thank you for that. And go ahead, send out some thank yous yourself. Look into the camera. Give us as many shout-outs as you want.
Shout out to my mom, my sister, my dad, my uncle. Shout out to Lob City on my mom.
All right, Barry Adams, hey, thank you so much for the time, man.
Of course.
Back here to wrap things up at Westerville North after what a show. A couple awesome interviews right there for some seniors, and I mean, they openly admitted that this was probably the best game that they have played all season. So Jack, I think we picked the right time to come out and watch these Warriors at work.
Oh yeah, it was probably one of the most fun games I've ever had the chance to watch, especially at the high school level. When you're throwing down dunks on people, this team is special. They have the athletes, they have the guys to compete all the way through and make a run this year. And I think that this was one of the most dominant wins, one of the most complete wins. They used all their size, they used all their tools, and they used almost everyone on their team. It was almost like every single player on the roster played tonight, which is great to see, especially on senior night, a night that I'm sure is emotional for those two guys. But they had a show tonight for this home crowd.
Wow, what a show. So glad that we got to witness this here, and the two seniors having the night of their life. Exceptional play here for the Warriors, and they are far from done. They've got one more game coming up against Afrocentric before they get into the tournament. That'll be a tough contest for them here in the Columbus area, but I love their potential heading into the playoffs. That is going to do it, though, for this game here tonight. My first game at Westerville North was a spectacular one, folks. A big shout out to the athletic department here for allowing us to come in here and bring you the live and free coverage. And we got to thank our generous sponsors for bringing it to you live and free: Douglas Property Services, SPHERION Mid-Ohio, Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation, and Home and Kitchen Supply. For my awesome staff, Jack Ritchie on color commentary for the second time in as many days, tearing it up. Another excellent job for you, sir.
Oh yeah, thank you very much. It was a great one here tonight in Columbus.
And Jory Hollenbeck, our top cam operator. I am Brian Skowronski saying so long for Westerville. We'll see you tomorrow. Whole bunch more live streams coming your way. So long for now.